We are back. And as you can see, our castle has grown up. I don't remember where we left off. So we'll just go ahead and show you what's all here, and then we'll take a tour a little closer. Yeah, it doesn't look like the original, but that's okay, because we kind of did some of our own things. Now, you knew about Rapunzel's tower. A couple things got changed on here, like the design of the roof is a little different. I redid all of the support beams as trim on the outside, so that's a little different. Nothing in here is changed. I don't think anything up here has changed other than I can't walk straight. Yeah, this all looks the same, doesn't it? I think a couple of minor things got changed when I changed the design of the roof. It kind of compromised a bit of our chiseling in here. So that's a little bit different, but nothing really worth worrying about. Alright, nothing in here got changed as far as I can remember. I do believe this area is all pretty much the same. Placement of the lights may have been altered. Yes, we're closing doors. Not sure why. It's just become a real habit in this game to close doors. I think when you have a base and you're out in the middle of nowhere, you close the doors for the monsters and maybe some animals don't get in. But in a situation like this, I'm not sure it's necessary up here. Because all these guys can open all these doors. So it's not really imperative. Okay, there was one thing. What am I seeing up here? It looks like smoke is trapped. Yeah, there's no chimney for that. Okay, one thing we talk about, and you probably know this, that if you're gonna build up in some of these buildings, and there is a roof line, a pitch, you have to fill in the area up here. If you don't fill it in, you can get critters that spawn in these small spaces. Now this is only a half space, because this is a slab, that's a slab, and there's a small space in between. These here are planks. These should have been planks. It would have filled in the gapping here. But I didn't do this. This was not my doing. If I had built this, I would have used and filled in these gaps. But the reason I'm bringing you up here is because generally I'm pretty careful about making sure that these gaps are all filled in. But there is a spot here. Let me see if I can find it again, where there is a handful of monsters hanging out. Okay, where are you? Oh, we'll come across them again at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, you want to make sure that these are all filled in. I'm pretty sure this, most of this is, except for the one spot where we're going to find somebody hanging out. I believe this might be it right here. So I am in creative mode, and I've hit the F3 so that I can fly through things, but I am going to drop out of the F3 mode. Okay, we need to go back up. Come on. It's not letting me go back up. It's alright. We will try this again. And actually what I'm going to do is take that out. Okay. And yeah, I do believe this is what I was looking at. Come on. Yep. Right here. There was no slab in this space. So it left enough of a space for, oh gosh, I think there were 3 or 4 little monsters right here in this one space. So anyway, we are going to grab a plank and fill in this space. There we go. And that should take care of monsters. I also noticed that there weren't any soldiers up here trying to get to them. And I think it is because I have this trapdoor here, and maybe there's enough distance from here to way up there that it wasn't really registering that there was a need for soldiers to attack up here. There's an herbalist and a trader. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about you. Okay, so let's move on. This here is the upper floor of our original building where we started out. Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was at one time, but I came in here and there it was. Okay. Yes, our animals are multiplying. I think we have 2 female cows pregnant. Our pigs just had more babies. So, yeah. We're getting all kinds of babies here. But that's okay. I think the last time we were here, we looked at the tunnel system, which takes you under the front gate and takes you into where our mayor's workstation is. Come on, you can do it. I think I need to swap that out for a ladder piece. For some reason, it wasn't letting me climb up. Okay. Yeah, I do believe we've seen all this. Oh, wow. There is no ladder here to get up to Rapunzel. Ooh, must have taken that out for a reason. Okay. Nope, you're in the wrong place. Yeah, I'd like to go back and ask past me why I took that out, because now I can't put one back in. No, over here on the side. No, it's not letting me do it. Interesting. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little cheat here. Yeah. I'll have to look at that and find out why I cannot put another ladder there. Okay, anyway, yeah, that's the this is the front gate. Is there a reason that our gates are open? Oh, I remember why. Because I stepped outside to show y'all the aerial view of the place. Okay. And that over there is the new construction, the new part. I'm saying that's where the family lives, or would live. And we're going to go and take a little tour of that. Hi there. Nice to see so many of you hanging out right here. That's good. Okay, now this part here, this is the main entrance. There are two, one at each end. This is where that saw blade dude was hanging out, and we opened up the floor and let him drop. Well, from up here, there is no longer access to the lower barracks. Up here is strictly family, kind of. Maybe their servants, people, entourage, whatever. And like I say, there's only two ways in, and they are heavily guarded, as you can see. All right, so let's take our little tour. Not sure what room this would be, but obviously it's an entry, so maybe a kitchen, mess hall. Not real sure, but they have a nice space here for cooking. And you can see up in the left-hand corner, we're getting the little house icon. So I'm happy about that. Okay. This is kind of the small space between the rooms. I'm not sure what I would do with this space, other than it just being kind of a hallway, a foyer. Right, this is the other room that I maybe would make into the gathering room, the sitting room. And again, there is only one entrance at this end and one at that end. We can also go around here, and there is a little bit of a balcony back here. You can see this lovely view here. And you can also get back inside of the same sitting room, gathering room. All right. Let's, this takes you back into the kitchen area. Let's take the stairs up and see what's going on up here. Okay, again, we have another center room, but here, something a little different. We put in a bathroom. It's got a sink and a tub, and over here is a toilet. And I will show you something outside of that toilet right here. And that is where your business would drop. And yes, we have it all carved out, and it can fall directly down, and we dug a pit, and you can see it's being used. So, and the pit is kind of camouflaged a little bit by our cattails. So, but yeah, that's our garderobe. Let's see if we can get back in here. Okay. Yeah, and I was thinking, I tried to get the little icon for this room, but it's simply not going to happen because there's such so much chiseling going on here to make this all fit that the walls are not thick enough for it to register. All right. These two rooms on either end are very, very similar. The only difference is the design of the fireplace. Not sure what these rooms would be. Maybe additional sleeping quarters, gathering. Yeah, not sure. I didn't live in that time period, so I don't really know what they did with their space, other than they had a lot of space. Fireplace a little bit different. But these also go up, and they share chimneys in the walls with other fireplaces in the building. This here, I wanted the stairs too wide, but they weren't centered in this space. So I put one complete set that I know the villagers can climb, and chiseled additional stairs on either side. So it's too wide, and it doesn't matter if the villagers can climb these side ones, because they can climb the center. I can see this one's going the wrong way, but that's okay. All right, now up here, yes, I like how bright this room is. This is where we have a couple of the family's sleeping chambers. And basically their area where they might hang out, do whatever they might do. This couple here are avid readers, obviously, and collectors of something. I'm not sure what all this is, but they're collecting something. Now this room here, I was not able to get the little house icon up in the left-hand corner, and I'm not sure why. I went through every block in here to make sure that it was sufficient, and I'm not getting that little icon, and I'm not sure why. Anyway, doesn't really matter. This is another room where a couple of family members might hang out, sleep, read. This room too, no icon. Not sure why. Not a clue. Yeah, but of this entire build, there are 9 spaces. Only 2 of them don't have, well, with the exception of these center areas. I wouldn't expect them to get the icon. They're not rooms. So, anyway. But yeah, this could be turned into additional bedrooms. Yeah. If I was going to expand our village, I might put people in here. Wouldn't be the royal family, because they would be villagers and they would be workers. Not to say they're not royal, but you know, the upper class people of the castle would live in this building and be protected, provided for, guarded, and served by everyone who lived in these other buildings. Except for Rapunzel. She's definitely special. Anyway, okay, so. You know, you can open that door and go in there. There's no reason to, but you can. Now, because I took away the ladders that took these guys downstairs, I had to create another access point. And we did that here and hid it in the walls. So, in order to get up there, you'd have to know that there is an access point here. There's also other ways to get up there, but I didn't want them to be as apparent. Let's see, here's where there used to be an access point, which is no longer there. Also, there was an access point here. We took that away. We can still get out here, going through the barracks here. But there is another way to get up to the family residence, and that's over here. There used to be a single ladder. Well, we put in a staircase, so we can now get up here from 2 ways. And my thinking with that is, if you only give them one way up and down, they don't have an escape. This way, if bad guys are coming from that direction, they can escape this way, and vice versa. There has to be an escape route. Hi there. Yes, we're back through here. I do believe there is... Yep. From here, this is the only way to get back through to go around. Nope, there is no staircase on this end that takes you down. You have to go through this area here and take this. And of course, you know this takes you down underneath. All right. So that is the changes. Let's go up and take a little bit of a closer look at the design here. Now, originally this looked to me to be two separate buildings, but when I started doing these dormers, they weren't centering. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do one big building and spread out the dormers. So there they are. Only one on this side, obviously, because we've got these fireplaces in the way, and it didn't work. So, but yeah, I think it kind of came out nice. And we've got a little continuity between design here from build to build. I don't know what you're doing. You can't get in that way. And yeah, I did check attic space up here to make sure that there is nothing living in this space. It's filled in. There are blocks all across here. Same with this area over here. This is all filled in. Let's see. Did we check up here? Again, I didn't build this part, so I couldn't say if there was a problem or not. I don't see anybody. Yeah, I think the only place that I found that one was right in here. And that, like I say, that should be taken care of now. Unless there's one right here, and but yeah, we'll come back after dark and see if anybody's hanging out up there. Now, our little people haven't really ventured too far this way. I don't think I've seen anybody come up into any of these areas. Obviously they can't come up here because for some weird reason I took the ladder down and I can't get it back up. But that's okay. I'll figure it out later. But yeah, they just kind of hang out right here. Yeah, remember the issue with that one spot that I couldn't... Could you leave this room, please? Leave this room. Where I couldn't use because the saw blade had somehow attached itself to that space. Well, when the second or third or whichever saw blade there was last vanished, suddenly I could use this space. So it was connected. Okay, dude. Seriously, there is a door. Okay, you're in here, now what? Brutus. Where is Brutus? Are you Brutus? No. Brutus is the one hanging out up there. And his workstation is in here. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I think in the rainy season we could probably put a brazier in here and they would hang out in these areas. That would be one way to get some activity going on in these areas. Braziers and beds. Workstations. That's how you get these little people to move around. You have to give them a purpose. I don't know if anybody has noticed, but we don't have waypoints here. Which that, I believe, is another way to get people to move around, or at least to keep them in one area. they can't get out of this space. So waypoints was not necessary. Why are you in there? Is it necessary to guard the food? Yeah. I've harvested this garden a couple of times, and it just keeps growing. So my farmers are doing a good job. All right. Everything is running smoothly. I think we might be down to 1 duck. Not sure. I have not seen any others for quite a while. I have a feeling the bones in the kitchen might be one of the ducks. And then, of course, if you were with us a while back, we had one trapped down in the cellar and pretty much no way to get him out of there, so he got sacrificed. He became dinner. Okay. I think for now that's about all we can do in this lovely place. We could live here a while, we could build more stuff, we could do some more stuff. But I think we're going to shed all of our belongings, and we're only going to take with us a knife and maybe a little bit of food. And we are going to explore. We're going to venture out. I think in this area we opened up the map where you can see, obviously, but we have not opened up these darker areas. So we might go ahead and I think from where we are, we might just head south. Look at all this we can open up and look at. Okay, where are we gonna... Oh, this must be something we opened up when we were going through our, through our translocator phase. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna venture out and look for more interesting things. And I anticipate soon, within a matter of weeks, we might be into the 1.20 update. So, and I need to read up on the mods and the changes so that I know which mods to get and not get. Because when that update hits, we will be starting a whole new game. And we'll be saying goodbye to Northfold and Wolfstone and all those other places that we have been traveling. But we'll start new adventures. We'll build new things. Oh yeah. I knew there was a reason we didn't put those so close to the wall. Yeah, that one needs to be moved. Oh, and no one has claimed it. Well, that's interesting. Let's put it right there. Okay. We are going to head up to Rapunzel's room, or tower. Oh, okay. And enjoy this space for just a minute while we say goodbye and let you know we shall return. And when we return, we will be traveling.